Hi everybody, it's the Soap Man and it's Friday evening and it's time to make some soap. And just in case you're wondering, you are facing the opposite direction when you normally face. I'll show you why in just a few minutes. So, what I'm going to do today, first of all, is get my goggles on. I'm going to do, I've actually heard it called several different things. I've heard it called the tiger stripe, the modified tiger stripe, the slanted pour, the column pour, the wall pour, But basically, it's where you take your mold, wedge it under something, and slowly pour a thin batter down the sides, letting it layer itself that way. I've done it before, but it's been quite a while, so I thought it was time to do it again. I'll post the recipe below, but if you watch me, you know when I want a thin trace. I like an old recipe I discovered years ago. 50% olive oil, 50% coconut oil. Works like a charm. Let it cool down. I'm at about 105 right now. I will stick blend minimally to get a thin trace. And that recipe behaves beautifully when I want a thin trace. So that's what I'm using. I'll post the exact recipe that I'm using below. Let's get started. Hope I can do it backwards. Anyway, make a little bit of noise. Get a light emulsification. Divide it into 4 containers. Color it, scent it, and pour it. And yes, we are still recording, so let's go. And that's good to start because that way I have, if I need to, I can stick blend a little bit more to get the colors in well. May not have to, we'll see. I want it thin, but not super thin. That might be just a tad too thin, but that's good to start. So, let's get it in 4 containers. Let's get this out of the way. And this doesn't have to be exact. Close is good enough on the amounts. Let's see how we're looking. Looks pretty daggone close. Right. My 4 colors are going to be white, Caribbean blue, fired up fuchsia, and ultramarine violet. And if all goes to plan, I'm also going to pour in that direction, in that order. Let's get my white in. Got to be careful with this blue because it's potent, so I'm going to start out with just about half of that. Fired up fuchsia, nice vibrant color. And I don't want it like a super dark purple, so I'm going to be careful with the ultramarine. Good. Alright, I think that's kind of the way I wanted it. The scent I'm using is Brambleberry's Apple Sage because it behaves well, doesn't accelerate, doesn't discolor, and sticks well. It smells pretty good. Now what I'm about to do is normally a no-no, even with a well-behaved scent oil, but I'm going to barely hit it with a stick blender because I see just a little bit of oil on top. Make extra sure they're extra well emulsified. And I've done it with this scent before, and it does behave well if I'm careful and cautious. Just barely hit it. Let's pour. Now, bear with me one moment. This, I want to keep it handy in case I need to stir just a little bit. So let's get you, I may have to adjust this a little bit. Now this is a tad awkward. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this pouring. I tried several different angles for the camera and I just could not get any of them to work, and I've got to start pouring. So I got to slide you back. So here we go. Slowly pour it down the side. Take your next color and let it rinse that white down. Like I'm going to pour it from the top and let it slowly rinse the white down. And my next color, the same. And the final color, the same. And I'm going to have to stir it just a little bit. Yeah, shoot, I am thickening some. I've got to be careful now. My white, that broke it up some. My blue. The fuchsia. The ultramarine. Now if you notice, I ran out of room where the mold was tilted, and I've got to kind of pour them straight now. Alright, that's all of that, and we'll save a little for the top. Tap that down. Now what I would like to do is get all white on the top if I can. And then, if these are still pourable, which I think they can be, yeah, just kind of drizzle some over the top. Not any kind of pattern. Take my thermometer. And that's that. Okay, now I do have some extra left over, which will be for me. Because I always do test the soap before I give it out. Okay, nothing fancy for me, that's alright. Now we'll spray this with some alcohol. Can you see it? Yeah, there we go. You can see it better that way. And that one's mine over there. Alright, there we have it. Now what what I'll do is let this sit for just a little while, thicken up some more. Spray it again and wrap it. Now this one, I generally put my toolbox and let it squeeze it up like that, and I may. So I have a genuine tall skinny. I'm not sure where it's so full, I'm not sure I can, but I'll deal with that later. That's what we have for now. I'll hopefully see you tomorrow evening for the cutting. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.